Welcome to another very interesting day on planet Earth. And for all those that went to the Australian Open yesterday and watched Novak Djokovic actually play the game of his life, it was almost like he was playing the game to show if you stand in your power, if you stand in your authenticity, and if you stand against the systems, then you will win. And that was very much the feel, I think, for everybody in Melbourne and Australia and around the world who saw him absolutely come to victory. And everybody was so happy to see him like that. And it really reminds me of that's where we are. We're all in our personal journey at the moment. And some of us are lucky to be able to stand back and see and watch and know what's true. And then there's a whole lot of people that are just very busy trying to survive at the moment, to pay their bills, to watch as the control systems roll out the next level of power or the next level of restricting people into a tiny box. And it was interesting because we've been told how to play in this little box. We've been told how to play, what to play, and when to play. And it's pretty scary when you have to move outside the box and do something new. For many of us, I guess I've always been a disruptor. I've always had this not happy to fit with somebody telling me what to do all the time. I think I even remember that from my first job. We were in a department with 100 girls where you trained the department managers yourself, and then they became your boss, and then they told you what to do. I was never really good at that. However, I think that's just because I've always had this instinct in me to search and discover and look for more than just what has been presented to me. And like all of you have had, for a long time, probably didn't realize what was happening. And it wasn't probably until 2011 that I had my what we'd call a red pill moment. And then I saw the game, and I saw the game that had been playing. And it's like getting a thread of information. And once you pull the thread, it's like pulling the thread of some knitting that you've done. You pull the thread and undo and start to undo it, and it leads in all sorts of different directions. And even some would say it leads down the rabbit hole. And yes, I've been there as well. So since 2011, Brian and myself have been very committed in helping people to assist to stand in their power. And we were lucky enough to have Grigori Grabovoi teachings come into our life. And I think for that, it gave us some place to actually show people the power of their consciousness and how creation actually works. And it's really important at this time that we stop being the passive observer of what's happening and thinking, oh, we'll just let somebody else sort it out. It's not really what I can do. I haven't got time. I have to work in a job. But the one thing we have a mind, and every moment we are thinking about something. And imagine we were thinking in the laws of creation in harmony. Imagine you understood how you were creating your life, how you were creating your reality. Imagine if you knew the power of your consciousness to actually undo any disharmony that has been created around you. Imagine if you discovered how powerful you were to harmonize the relationships or restore your body. And I think that's the commitment that Brian and I have to create, not only in the world, but to provide a beautiful community in our E equals VS community to, nurture people who find us and assist them in their development. And I had a beautiful email today from one of our community who said, I don't know where I would have been if I hadn't have found you over the last 12 months. And, that goes two ways. It's been great to talk to people all over the world who is thinking the same. And I guess that's the beauty of the internet. We can do that. We can connect, we can come together, and we can support each other as we're going through these massive changes that are happening in happening on Earth at the moment and happening to humanity. And so I welcome anyone who finds us here and you want to discover a little bit more about what we do using the technologies of Glory Grabavoy. And certainly if you feel like this gets your slight interest, then drop into our website, which I'll put the details below, and just have a look at what we're doing, because we've got a very exciting program coming up for the first quarter of this year. We have our live webinar series that's ongoing every fortnight, but we have our fundamentals soul code, which will be a webinar at the end of February. You can see that on our website. And also we have our first live seminar for this year in Melbourne, and that will be at the 25th and 26th of March. That's where the magic actually happens, where we come together and we delve in and discover a lot more about ourselves and really crack open the box that they've kept us locked in for a long time. So I hope you have an awesome week, everybody, and I look forward to coming to you again. Take care, lots of love, bye for now.